Well, welcome to the week 3 recap, looking ahead to week 4. Week 3 was, we're looking at AIs. What is AI? Generated AI. Should be afraid of AIs. You found sources. Some people did not give me a link to the source, but that's okay. And then you did a reflection. Last time I'm going to go over this about the reflections. We're looking at the criteria again. The so what is where you reflect and tell the reader what you learned. If you'll look at feedback I've given you, this section should have the phrase repeated multiple times. I learned. I learned ... I learned ... This is practice because when you do your major projects, a portion of your grade, I think it's like 25% of your grade on that project, is your Driscoll method reflection. I will be looking for the phrase, I learned whatever. I learned this. I learned that. And where you learned it from. So these we practice. Again, this is not a summary of the readings. This is not you going off and talking about something else you learned or something else you've done. No. What specifically did you learn from the readings or the activities? That's it. Everybody's been getting full credit for their posts. If those phrases I learned aren't peppered through the so what section, the work is going to start to lose credit because it's not fulfilling the criteria of the assignment. Along with response to a classmate. Remember, these are discussions you're having with a classmate. You wouldn't have, in a face-to-face class, a one-sentence discussion with them. You talk it through. That's the expectation of this, okay? That's all I'm going to say anymore on Driscoll methods. If you have more questions, email me. Work with people at the Writing Center. They know about this too, so you can do that. Okay, well, what are we doing in week 4? Week 4, we're analyzing a professional document because our second project is you're going to find a professional document in your career field and you're going to analyze it. An analysis is not a Driscoll method reflection. You're not going to say, I learned anything when you're analyzing something. You're going to say, here's one of the criteria I looked at. Here's how this work met the criteria, didn't meet the criteria. Here's an example taken from whatever I'm analyzing to support that. Okay. Here are in chapter 5, writing skills we learn about. So you're going to tell in your analysis which one of these skills that you're talking about. Let's open communicating professionally. That's what does it say? Here's 7 C's of professional writing. Clear, coherent, concise, concrete, correct, complete, and courteous. I'm looking at the document using these 7. Here's where it resists. That's an analysis. Project 2 is an analysis. Okay? So, that's what this project is. That's what you're doing a professional for. Here, National Endowments for the Humanities is, I need to move this a little bit. Okay. It was hidden. These are not the proposals. These are the call for proposals. These are some National Endowment for the Humanities is funding these. Okay, they're call for proposals. If you click one of these, it tells you, here's the proposal. Here's parts of proposals. You don't have to do the whole thing. Take a couple sections, scroll down through it, see how they're writing it. Here's an analysis for a syllabus. You're looking at how they're applying these to that document, okay? You don't have to do the whole thing. Take a part of it. it says use any format you want. You're learning technical communication. You're learning what it is to decide on what kind of document you want to use. If you look at our textbook on document design, it has some information there you might want to use. The format is not going to be really important in this, but you can't write an academic essay. You're not going to copy and paste a 2-page paragraph into your discussion form. Just an essay, okay? You're going to be using headings, subheadings. That's what's going on here. You're going to copy and paste what you've written into the discussion form because it's really hard to give peer review on something that you have to download, open, and save. I'm doing that 76 times. So copy and paste. I'm going to be going over and saying, okay, yes, I can see your format. I can see your analysis. I can see you ran the work through the editor feature because there aren't any surface errors in it. That's all I have. If you have any questions, just send me an email or put it in the extra credit discussion. Bye.